This is Indie Business Podcast, episode 87. Hello and welcome to this episode of the Indie Business Podcast. I'm your host, mentor, and coach, Donna Maria, the founder and CEO at the Indie Business Network. My goal is to help you build a solid business foundation, increase your income, and use your business to create the life you love. In this episode, I interview Rhonda Walters of RareGlo Organic Shea Products in Gaithersburg, Maryland. Rhonda has been in the beauty business for over 40 years. She is a cosmetologist, a hairstylist, a salon owner, and a cosmetics formulator, and a mom, and a long-distance runner. Oh, and she recently celebrated her 40th wedding anniversary. I'm sure I'm leaving out some highlights, but in a word, Rhonda is amazing. When you listen to this episode, you will swear there is a tiny little nuclear reactor living inside of her. She has boundless energy and is a whirlwind of constant yet focused motion. This episode will motivate and inspire you to pursue all of your dreams to their fullest extent. If you are not on fire to make your mark in the world after hearing from Rhonda, then you might want to check for a pulse. We'll dive in a moment, but first, this episode of the Indie Business Podcast is brought to you by the Indie Business Retreat. Join me in January for a transformational time of learning and growth at the beautiful Club Miches Playa Esmeralda in the Dominican Republic. We are going to enjoy snorkeling, sunset cruising, and the opportunity to strategize in paradise as you formalize your plan for an amazing new year. Reserve your spot before they're all gone at indiebusinessretreat.com. You can get a summary for this episode at indiebusinessnetwork.com/87. And now let's welcome Rhonda Walters of RareGlo Organic Shea Products in Gaithersburg, Maryland. Rhonda Walters of RareGlo Organic Shea Products in Gaithersburg, Maryland. Welcome to Indie Business Podcast.
Thank you for having me.
Rhonda, I'm so excited to interview you for so many reasons, but one of which is we're kind of almost homegirls a little bit.
A little bit.
A little bit, right? Because I grew up in Washington, D.C., and I went to a high school, which is sort of in your community near Gaithersburg, Maryland. Right. So I feel like, there's like a interesting connection there. Plus, I've known you, like you're a member of the Indie Business Network, but we've also had some fun together, like on Caribbean islands, which is always fun when we go on Indie Business Retreat. But I'm so excited to share a little bit of your story with our listeners there at RareGlo. So give us a little bit of the backstory. Like, how did you start your business, Rhonda?
Well, let's see. I've been in the beauty business since 1978. I went to beauty school in high school, graduated from high school. I actually got in the beauty business to have something to fall back on. So having done everything there is to do in the beauty business, I have my own salon. I decided to take, everything I know as a cosmetologist to the next level, but it really came from my skin kind of going crazy when I turned 50. I started getting acne. I'm like, I didn't even have acne as a teenager. And I started getting these weird skin issues on my legs. So I kind of went back to basics and started using, kind of mixing some essential oils together for my aromatherapy classes, and really kind of turned around what I thought was something I'm going to be stuck with, because everything the dermatologist had prescribed made it worse. So just going back to basics, going back to my essential oils and blends was the start, because my customers noticed the difference from before to the after. And they're like, whoa, what are you using? What's going on? And I kind of shared some things with them. But the fluke of it all really was one of my customers' husbands was stationed in Sierra Leone, and she had gone kind of to join him for about 6 months. So for Christmas, I said to the friend who we mutually know, see if Marie Claire can send me, because I was using raw African black soap at the time that had shea butter in the soap. Soap kind of looks kind of funny. So she sent me this huge block of raw African black soap and a huge block of shea butter separately. And I'm like, oh, thank you. I just wanted
that's a treat too. That's a treat.
But so what I ended up doing was to repay her for her being so, I mean, it was a gift. It was like, here you go. Here's a Christmas present. I just kind of blended up the oils that I had already been using on my skin with the shea, kind of whipped her up a batch, that was my first whipped shea butter batch. Gave it back to her, like paying it back to her. She loved it. She's like, oh my God, what is this? You got to make more of this. And it just snowballed. And that was the fluke.
It's funny how like a fluke leads to a whole new business. Like how perfect is that? So you are a cosmetologist. So you have a brand now where you're selling products, but for years you have been doing like a service type of
and
work.
I'm still doing that same service to my clientele is not as big as it used to be, because I'm really my focus is big in my making my products now, but I still have my clients. I use the products on their hair. They're my RareGlo customers as well. And I ended up changing the name of my salon to RareGlo to kind of tie it all together.
Oh, nice. So you started a salon, you said what's like 30 years ago.
Yeah.
And you still have that salon.
I do.
That is so fantastic. So you've just expanded it to include now the product line because of the fluke.
Exactly.
and here you are. So RareGlo, tell us a little bit about, first of all, what was the name of the salon before?
The name of the salon was Rare Request. And the reason why it's rare, it's rare for two reasons. One, RARE is the first two initials of my daughters, Radiance and Reve. So that's where the rare came from.
Yeah.
But to make it say rare, meaning it's at the time, my salon, it was rare at the time where people cared more about the healthy hair, less about the healthy hair. I cared more about the healthy hair. They cared more about building Eiffel Towers on heads. I never got involved.
Eiffel Towers on heads.
I never got involved in using, hair weave, which I could be a millionaire right now. A lot of, hair extensions are big now, but I was always one to emphasize, if you take care of the hair God gave you, you don't need anyone else's. So I was really into making the hair you have healthy and thriving and looking just as good as the people, the artificial hair. So I was
so you were starting the natural hair movement, which is so much of a thing now, but this was part of your everyday life and business. It was just part all those years ago.
I really, thought that if you really looked at the beauty of what you have, what you were born with, and make that, the best it could be, then that was what was rare. That's why the name Rare was so intricate in what I started off doing. It was Rare Request hair salon, and then RareGlo. Of course, I took the same Rare for RareGlo, but also the glow, because most people, I never forget, I do a Tell the Truth Tuesday, and one of my friends from a long time ago, she said, what are you using? You are just glowing. I'm looking over here, I'm looking all dusty.
Oh no, she was crusty dusty.
And it's just rare. Just you walk down the street and your skin is glowing. That's rare. So
she is right though, Rhonda. Let me just tell you, having met you in person and actually spent some time with you, there is a glow about you. There really is a glow about you. So she didn't make that up, and I'm not either. Like, I notice it. It's very inspiring, and it's very evident. And you know what? It's also natural. Like, it's clear that you're just being yourself. You're not trying to be something or some definition of what you think is like what you should be. Like, it's just you, and it's very endearing. And over the years, I've seen your brand sort of I don't know how to describe it, Rhonda. Tell me if maybe you've done this or you see this as well. Like it's almost like over the years, as I've known you for probably 5 or 6 years,
Yes.
your brand has embraced you more. Like
Oh,
there's more of you in it than there was at the beginning. And I think that, have you noticed that? And have you noticed people responding to that?
absolutely. I don't know if I guess what I realize is when I'm with people, when I'm face to face, I
Mm-hmm.
think my best way of interacting with my customer is face to face.
Yes, yes.
The online thing is good,
Mm-hmm.
but most of my people they want to see
Yeah,
me, they want to talk to me.
yeah.
It's really interesting that I thrive when I'm in person, when I'm live in front of somebody. I thrive with that, and I feel like people respond to that better.
And I think that is so true. Like when I'm with you, we always have so much fun. And I want to tell everyone too, if I'm not mistaken, I think you also have a travel career as well.
Oh, of course, I was with you. I graduated. I just retired from United
Okay.
Airlines after 25 years, and
Yeah.
I went there. I went to joined United when we moved
Yeah.
back here to Maryland because we
Yeah.
were originally from Peoria, Illinois.
Hmm.
Went to high school, went to college in Illinois, moved to the DC area in like 1983. Had an opportunity to work for one of the top salons in DC.
Hmm.
Worked there, and then ended up going back to the Midwest and then back here. So coming back here in 95, back to DC, I needed to have a job because we were going to get
Right.
into a new house. And because I didn't think my customers were going to come back to me. I'd left them for a year.
Yeah.
So I literally started United just to say, well, let me just go somewhere where I have some health
Right. So I can put
insurance.
it on my mortgage application.
Right, exactly. I got health insurance.
I
And like I
gotta
said,
get a job.
and I can travel the world, which I love to travel.
By the
And
way, yeah.
we've done all of that. My kids, when they were little, they would come back
Right.
from their little summer vacations, and they're like, "Well, what'd you do this
Yeah.
summer?" And my kids would be like, "Oh, we went to Puerto Vallarta, Aruba, and blah, blah,"
Right.
I
Right.
know
Everybody
everybody's
else
looking
like,
like what?
right. Right. We went to summer camp down the street. But you know what? And I just have to tell this funny story. When we were on Indie Business Retreat one year, you and I and everyone else got stuck. I think there was an airplane problem or something, and we got
Yes,
stuck on the island, right? And I was
exactly.
so excited, right? Because it was an extra day and they were
Yes,
paying for
right.
everything. And I remember we snapped a quick picture of the two of us together. I took a selfie and I was so excited and my face was all aglow and your face was like, ugh. Like,
Well, you know why?
I know.
I was
Yes, of
supposed to
course.
go
I
to
know
that
we talked
women's
about it
march.
because I was like, you were like, you're a flight attendant. So like getting stuck for you is like, why? I want to go home. And I was like, yay, another day on the island.
I will never
Remember
forget
that. I
that.
look at that picture and I laugh because I think the caption I wrote on it was, "We're stranded in the Dominican Republic. One of
Yes.
us is excited and one of us isn't. Can you tell which one?" I'll never forget that. But Rhonda, it's just always so much fun. I just feel like I could just sit. I feel like we're in your salon and we could just chat while you're like
That's
maybe
what my
put a
people
beehive
say.
on my head, right? Or maybe not. So
No, we
so
wouldn't do that.
yeah, so how did you have a career as a flight attendant with a salon and two small children?
Well, here's the thing. I went to United as in reservations, and then I went to the airport. No, actually, before I went to the airport, I did train as a flight attendant. But I ended up when my daughter was ready to go to Bullis, she didn't want to go, so I ended up going to the airport. So I just had a small little stint of being the flight attendant within that 25 years. Most of I guess for about 20 of the 25 years, I was customer service at Dulles, which made it easier to
Hmm.
go to work
Hmm.
and come home because I was part-time the entire time. I was
Okay.
part-time the entire time. So it made
Well,
it
that was
easier.
busy though, because standing on your feet when you're working at a salon,
I
you're
would,
you're the owner and the service provider,
yes, right. And it
plus
was,
two
I just
two
worked it out. I guess I was always
yeah.
one to do multiple things. Even in college,
Yes.
I did hair at a salon full
Yeah.
time in college. I did my whole study. I finished in 4 years in my college, and I had a work study. So I was used to that juggle.
Well,
So
you know,
I
the
did.
word that comes to mind when I see you and when I observe you is industrious.
Yeah, I
Like you
guess.
are the bee in the hive, girl. You are, you are just, moving and shaking and making things happen. And so tell us a little bit about the evolution of Rare Glow, like the brand name and the rarity sort of idea.
Yes,
So you've retired from your career at the airline. You
right,
still do some work at your salon. So
right.
tell us a little bit about how the business, like how your business is run.
Well, let's see. Right now, I do everything, but I really want to
Do you
begin
love
to.
doing everything? Do you love that?
I do and I don't, because what I'm
Okay.
beginning to find out, because I think somebody did a whole class on just getting, it's like putting out fires. And I want to stop doing that. Like, if I'm making
Hmm.
butter, I just want to make my butters,
Right.
concentrate on that and get that done. But then, oops, some bill comes in and I got to deal with that. And then somebody calls me because they want to, hey, can I come get my hair done at 3? So it's like I need to get
Yeah.
more things in place where I'm not
Yeah.
putting out fires. I just
Like
need to.
maybe an assistant or somebody who can answer your calls
Yes,
or catch your email for you. Yeah.
right. But I
Yeah.
am learning that there's some things that, some systems out there where I can use a VA
Hmm.
from like Philippines or something. So I'm looking
Hmm.
into getting those things in place so that somebody
Okay.
is doing my social media, doing my
Right.
emails, somebody that I can hire full time. And if I can get
Yeah.
them, from Philippines, it doesn't cost that much, but it'll
Right.
be my full time person. They are my permanent person, and they can do those little things that can be like a interruption to my day
Yeah.
almost.
Yeah, and you know that will free you. But what's so fascinating, it's like because your business has grown and that's why there's a need for
Absolutely.
this. Like if you weren't growing,
Absolutely.
you could keep doing everything yourself. But
Exactly.
your
Right.
business is growing and that is so exciting. And
Yes.
one of the places where it's really evident is on your Instagram. And again, I go back to you because I see more of you. I think there's a connection there.
Yeah. That's what they
And
they
that's a
say.
good
You
thing and a
gotta.
bad thing, right?
No, it's not a bad thing, but it's
Okay.
funny because you know it depends on who I talk to, because I'm always talking to different people who are social media,
Hmm.
experts or whatever. And
Yeah.
sometimes they'll say, "Hey, oh, it's good. They want to see more of you." And then sometimes they'll say, "Oh, but they want to see you that you make product. They don't want to see. I can't tell if you're an inspirationalist, if you are
Uh-huh.
if
Yeah.
you are what do they call it, coach, a life coach."
Okay.
I'm like, oh
Oh,
my
okay.
goodness.
They can't tell. Okay.
They can't tell. So it
Okay.
depends on who I'm talking to. Some say they want to see you. Some say, oh, video's better. And then some others people say, no, they don't want to see you as much. They want to see your product. So it gets to be a
How
little.
about those experts, Rhonda? Right? I'm serious because it's so true. It's like you may have experience, and you may have helped other people and you may have done it really well yourself. And I guess there's some expertise that you've developed or any of us have developed over the years. But when
Right.
it comes to social media, I'd love to hear your thoughts on this because when it comes to social media, it is social. Like
It
no one
is.
is an expert at being social,
That is true. Oh my
right?
gosh, you said that.
So true because no one's an expert at being you. And since social
Right.
media is social and it involves you, there's a way. I mean, obviously, we've seen some really bad social media. There's
Yes,
definitely ways not to do it, but
exactly.
there are definitely a lot of creativity that is involved, and
It
there's no
is.
right or wrong to
It
that.
truly is. And the key, I guess it should, I guess for me, it always goes back to I'm going to do what I think is best for me. Because I can't look
Mhm.
over there at my competitor and they're doing this over
No.
here, because that's them. That's not me.
Yes.
And
Compare
the only way for
despair.
them to know me
Yeah.
is to see me.
Yes, yes. And speaking of seeing you, like I'm on your Instagram right now, and one of the
Yeah,
things that I see that you're connecting your brand to very intentionally is um, not just the rare, and the radiant glow that's obviously a part of the products that you create, but also this self-care, particularly where fitness is concerned. Tell us a little bit about
absolutely.
how that fits in here.
Well, I think my approach is holistic. And I feel like if you take care of your body, how you move it, what you put inside of it, and what you put on it, you're gonna do good. You're gonna be healthy
Hmm.
and thriving. You
Hmm.
can't mistreat your body and then
Hmm.
just slather on some butter. That ain't gonna work. You gotta
Oh, darn, darn. Like, so
it's gotta be a
yeah,
holistic approach. It's gotta be, I
yeah,
drink my water, I eat my fruits and
yeah,
vegetables, I move my body, because moving your body
yeah,
helps in so many ways. Helps in your mental, your physical, your
yeah.
everything in every way. So my thing is so head to toe approach. It's not even funny. And that is what I'm trying to emit. I'm trying to emit that is self-care is the whole thing.
Well, mission accomplished because I see it. Like, again, I've had the benefit of being around for a minute
Yes,
with you, and I
yes.
totally see it. So, do you have like a self-care routine, like a morning and an evening? Tell
Well,
us
this
a little
is,
bit about
I
that.
try to move every single day, and I with COVID, I didn't, I stopped going to the gym, because I used to go to the gym,
Hmm.
work out, do body pump Mondays and Fridays.
Hmm.
I've been a marathon runner, a long distance runner, at least for the last 10 years. But
Hmm.
as COVID hit, I stopped running as much and I started walking more. I started
Mm.
getting on my I spin bike more. I started going back to my yoga,
Okay.
my meditation. It's kind of the
Hmm.
things that kind of bring you sort of inner peace kind of things.
Okay.
So I do all of that. To this morning I got up, I did my weight training. When I'm done,
Uh-huh.
I'm either going to go for a walk or go get on my bike.
Uh-huh.
So I'm always, every day I'm doing something, whether it be to move, either walk, bike,
Hmm.
yoga,
So
meditation.
it's
I'm
a
really at it.
lifestyle. It's a
Yeah.
lifestyle with you, and like
Yes.
listening to the hearkening back to those experts or whoever they were that you talked to. When I go through your Instagram, I think there's something to be said for, I'm not I know what you're offering, so it's
Yeah.
hard for me to divorce myself from that. But the truth is that I'm intrigued by and drawn in. Let me say that the approach that you are sharing draws people in, and then they want to go, wait a minute, what can I get from her? Oh, products. Maybe that's why she looks so good, or that's why she's so positive because she takes care of herself. Let me click on this link and find out more. Like that's the connection that I see.
And that's exactly what I'm trying to do. I'm glad you see that, because that's what
Well,
I am
because
trying to
like
do.
I just want to, I know everything and everyone's different. And obviously this is a moment in time and social media is always fluctuating. What
It
works
is.
in 1999 is not going to work in
No,
2000 or
no,
whatever. But
no.
the idea of showing it's almost like Instagram in particular, it's almost like a magazine. It's
It
all
is. It is.
showcasing your everyday ideas, your thoughts, your passions, and the pretty
Right.
pictures that go along with that. And that seems to me to be a draw even more than the product because, we can get shea butter products. And I'm a business
Everywhere.
coach. We can
Right.
get that anywhere too. Right.
Right.
So
Right.
having an emotional connection with people and drawing them in that way, it seems to me to be a lot more powerful than just I make this, I made that, I make that.
That's what I was thinking. That's what I
How
was
does that feel?
thinking.
How is that working? Do you feel like that's working? I mean, your business is growing. So do you think that's a part
Absolutely.
of it?
I feel
Yeah.
like them getting to know me is why it's
Mm-hmm.
working. Because I've had people who have known me for years and
Mm-hmm.
have looked at things, and they're like, oh, they're just now coming to order. They're just now coming in. But they've
Right.
known me for years. And I'm like, oh, so-and-so just ordered. That's, so it's like, oh,
Right. Yes.
which I'm grateful for. But yeah, just, getting to know me and where, what
Mm-hmm.
I'm about is, I feel
Mm-hmm.
like it's working better than here's my butter.
Mm-hmm.
Buy it. I don't
Right, right.
necessarily like
But
to.
speaking of your butter, you do use shea butter and in it looks like pretty much all of your products. Like, what are your most popular products, Rhonda?
My most popular is the skin and hair butter
Hmm.
and the 3-in-1 mango shea mango butter bar, which is shea mango cocoa butter in a stick. It's
Oh.
it's popular because it kind of does that play on the old cocoa butter stick, but it's three in
Hmm.
one. And
Mm.
I made that, also known as Baby Glow, for my
Hmm.
grandson, Josiah, when he was born. He will be 4 years old in September. I
Hmm.
wanted to be able to have a product he could use that was a competitor or in place
Right,
of
right.
the toxic J&Js or whatever is out there. It
Hmm.
smells like baby powder. It's healthy for the skin. He had no problem with the skin, no
Hmm.
rashes,
Hmm.
no cradle caps, and that one is
Hmm.
is probably one of the most curious things out there that I make, because people are like, "Well, what is it again? Is it deodorant?" No, it's not
Oh,
deodorant.
right, because it's in like it looks like kind of like a
It's in a
push-up. So,
round. It's in a round tube, whereas my deodorant
yeah,
is more of an oval tube.
right, right.
But that one is, because it's on the go. You can take it in your gym bag. You can take it on vacation. You can
Hmm.
put it in your purse, rub it on your elbows, backs of your
Yeah.
heels, just anywhere. And it's instant moisture.
Fascinating. So where does this purple color scheme come from? Is there a meaning there?
My favorite color is purple. And we know
Okay.
that purple emits royalty and
Mm.
just regalness. And that is the other part of what I'm emitting.
Hmm.
It's just, I don't know. It's just,
It's definitely you. Like
it's me.
it's everywhere. Like, I mean, but it's, it's obviously consistent. Like now when I see the color purple on Instagram, I'm like, is that Rhonda? Like,
Yeah,
is
because I have a
that-
certain one. It's got to be the exact purple that I do. It's like there's so
Yeah.
many different purples, but
Yeah.
there's the rare glow purple.
Yes. Yeah, so like what are you thinking is like the future of like your entrepreneurial endeavors? Like you're doing you have your salon and you have your products. Are you going to continue both, grow both? Like what are your ideas for the
I'm
future?
going to keep my people who are still around, but
Hmm.
I'm really focusing more on my brand. I'm trying to
Hmm.
look at how do I take this and really expand it in a different
Hmm.
way. I've applied for the Target has this
Hmm.
program, accelerator program that
Right,
I'm looking to, I applied for. We'll see what happens.
right.
Um, I'm not sure if I even want to do wholesale.
Well, that
I'm
was
not
going to be my next question too,
I'm not sure if I
because
want to do that. I'm like, I
yeah,
don't know. So it just, I'm
it's
just waiting for the, God, what you want me to do? Where you
right, the
want me to
next
go?
right thing, right? It's
Yeah,
funny that you mentioned like, do I want to do wholesale? I have
I don't,
talked to a
I
you're not
don't,
sure. Okay, okay,
I know
okay.
I
Now, is
don't
that
really
because
want
you
to
would
do
miss
it.
the connection with your customers?
Right.
Yeah.
I like being and seeing my cousin, even though they talk about, I find a really neat way to put everything into my little purple roller bag and show up at my, my little
Right.
vending
Right.
events. And for me, it's easy. I like it.
Yeah. And everybody's different because for some people it's like torture.
No,
But
I can tell you, I
having to
make
show
everything
up and so
easy because
forth.
I've worked in the travel business. I know how to take my stuff and make it one trip. I ain't got no bunch of cards,
Oh,
reeling it in. No, they're like, oh, everything's in there. Yep.
we need a class on that, like traveling light. That's so interesting, like traveling light when you actually travel and traveling
Yeah,
light when you're setting up for a show, because a lot of people struggle with that.
because they're trying to bring everything and it's too much. Just they were looking at me
Yeah,
like, what you got in that purple bag? I got everything in there. It looks like, I'm
everything.
dragging a body or whatever, but
Like,
everything's
but you know,
there.
you've been a business owner for so long that you have, I mean, you obviously, a lot of this stuff seems natural to me, to you, not to
It's
me,
just,
but to
yeah.
you,
Yeah,
because of
it's just,
how you seem to be very like organized, but not in a rigid way. Like you're not like
no,
anally organized, but
no, no, no.
you seem to have like and you know what, Rhonda, maybe like it goes back to you just really caring for yourself and making
Yeah,
sure that everything you do is in alignment with
yeah.
that level of care that you want to have.
It really is because my kids
Yeah.
are, they know, they're like, Mom, they know what I admit. They know I demand perfection. That's why
Hmm.
they're so like out there. But
Hmm. Hmm.
they're like, Mom, you gotta stay focused. You gotta stay clear. You can't.
Yeah.
You, they call it. You can't be Jerome Jenkins. This is like our little joke.
Who's Jerome Jenkins? I have to know.
Like, like somebody in the neighborhood who's always all over the place and tries
Oh,
to.
okay. Okay. Right, like
Kind of
that moving target that nobody can figure out, and then
right,
you confuse people,
right.
and then they don't buy anything.
Exactly.
Yeah, yeah. Now you have two daughters,
Two
and I know
daughters.
they're both grown, and
Yes.
I don't think I've met them, but tell us a little bit about them and what they do, because I know one of them, or maybe both of them, but I do know one of them serves small business owners in her business.
Yeah, my oldest Radiance is a trademark attorney.
Uh-huh.
She does with small businesses. She trademarks.
Right.
She has her own law firm, Radiance IP Law.
Is
So
her name Radiance?
Radiance IP Law. That's my firstborn child.
Rare and radiant. I just love it. All the R's are coming
And
together
then
here.
Reve is also an
Reve.
attorney, and she is a in real estate. She is now general counsel at Edgewood Management, which is
Hmm.
a real estate sort of corporation here in
Hmm.
Maryland. So they're both
Rhonda, you are the
attorneys.
queen.
What?
Okay. You are the queen of entrepreneurial motherhood, entrepreneurship. I don't know which one. Because, I mean, listen, like, look at what you've done. You've had a business for multiple decades. You have
Yes,
taken that business and shifted it to accommodate your lifestyle. You've
exactly.
added a product line on top of it to complement it. You
Right.
also had a part-time job, which allowed you to get that job, that job, right? So you could, have some more flexibility to, mortgage applications or what have you, because we
Right,
all know
right, right,
they look for specific things.
right.
And you've raised two children who have finished college, finished professional school, and you are still crushing it in your business and growing.
Yeah, yeah. And I will be celebrating my 40th wedding anniversary on June 6th.
Okay, like we don't have enough time. We do not have enough time in this podcast. So we have to interview you again. But let me just say that just hearing a little bit about what makes you tick is just so inspiring, because
Thank you.
a lot of us think that, and I know, Rhonda, maybe one day we can excavate this a little bit more, because I know we're laughing and having a great time, but I know this has been it must have been, really challenging. And I mean, I'm a mom too, so it's
Yeah,
no easy
yeah.
job to have a job and raise children.
Well, that's why I said, at first I
Yeah,
thought I wanted to be a flight attendant. I knew at
right.
that moment I could not do that. I could
Hmm.
not be away like that.
Yeah,
I had to
yeah,
have my feet on the ground. So
right.
that was that was
Yes,
that was hard time number one.
yes. These choices are difficult, aren't they?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, and we don't get to do them over again. It's like you'll
No,
never be, in that position again. So whatever you
right.
choose is what you get.
That's right. That's right.
How about that? But then, you know what, though? What you've done and what is so encouraging is that you have made the choices right. Like whatever it was, you
Thank
made
you.
it work.
Yep. Yeah, that's the truth. That's the truth. That is the truth.
And that's like one of the secrets of life, don't you think? It's
Yeah.
like, who was it? Damon John, I believe it was him. Correct.
Uh-huh.
I'm sorry, universe, if it's the wrong person, but I think he said, I don't worry about making the right decision. I worry about making the decision right.
That's right. That sounds, yes, that is
There's
so
so much
true.
freedom in that.
Yes, it is. It really is.
Well, everyone, like I want more, but Rhonda has to go. And Rhonda is on the go. Like Rhonda's got to go. So we're gonna ask Rhonda if she will come back one day and share a little bit more with us. But in the meantime, everyone, follow Rhonda on Instagram at RareGlo Shea. You will get lifestyle tips. You will get of course, tastes of her products and the things that she offers with all the wonderful shea butter in them. But she also shares her fitness ideas, her fitness inspiration, and her really self-care, which is just so inspiring. And make sure you also head to her website at RareGlo, that's spelled GLO.com, and make sure you pick up some deliciousness, maybe starting with that RareGlo 3-in-1 Shea Mango Butter Bar, which I'm eyeing right now. Yes, Rhonda. So before we close out, a word of wisdom or encouragement for our entrepreneurial listeners today.
I guess the biggest thing I can say is stay the course and don't quit.
Even when it gets hard and you really want to quit.
Especially
and maybe you think the universe is telling you you should.
Hard and you feel like you want to quit.
Yeah.
That's when the tide turns. Just keep going.
Experience that, huh?
Just keep going. Yes.
Yeah.
Just keep going.
You've been ready to quit and then you didn't, and the tide turned, like the dawn came after the darkness.
Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed.
Good life lessons there. All right, everyone, indeed. Stay the course.
That's right.
Stay the course from Rhonda Walters at RareGlo.com. Thank you so much for joining us today.
Thank you for having me. I appreciate it.
I'm going to have a great day now after talking to you. I think when we hang up, I'm going to call you back. Some more. Have a great day, Rhonda.
You too. Take care.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Well, I hope this episode of the Indie Business Podcast left you inspired, motivated, and excited about the future of your small business. Let's quickly review 3 of the most significant business insights Rhonda and I discussed today. First, leaning into a face-to-face sales model. Rhonda shared that she thrives when she is with her people, selling her products in person. Her best way of interacting with her customers is face-to-face because people want to see and talk to her. While selling online is great, says Rhonda, she is leaning into the way people respond to her products and to her in person. And at present, she's not really interested in selling her products wholesale at all because she's more interested in continuing to do what works for her. Second, social media is about getting to know Rhonda. Rhonda has heard from all kinds of people about how best to do social media, but at the end of the day, she says she gets results when she integrates her personality with her RareGlo brand on Instagram. Allowing people to get to know her and what she's all about, she says, produces interest, engagement, and sales. And Rhonda prefers leveraging her personality to just showing up every day and talking about, shea butter products all the time. And number 3, Rhonda's advice for when you're discouraged on your entrepreneurial journey. She says, stay the course and don't give up. It's tempting, of course, because entrepreneurship is difficult and we're all discouraged from time to time. But Rhonda says the tide turns right after you want to quit. The breakthrough, she says, is always after the darkness. And if you give up, you're not going to be around to enjoy it. Good advice there. If you're listening to this podcast on Apple Podcast, won't you do me the honor of rating this podcast? It helps me so much to know that you appreciate the amazing people and stories featured here on the podcast. You can also share episodes from the blog at indiebusiness.com to your favorite social media outlets. I will see you on the next episode of the Indie Business Podcast. In the meantime, enjoy your life, Build your business and live your legacy.